just to hear what had happened on the ground there, which was such a different story than the media was telling. But the whole time the rabbi was in the hostage situation, his spouse was sitting, because he was an interfaith organizer too, right? And so his spouse was accompanied both by Christian leaders and friends, and also by Muslim leaders and friends. And Banush tells me that her friend told her that the whole time they were sharing space together during that whole, those many, many hours sharing space together, that she was just weeping because she was so afraid of how this whole situation would reflect on the Muslim community. And Banush started crying, and I started crying, and she looks at me and says, "This is what we need here in Atlanta. And we need this level of support, and we need this level of interfaith care." And I think we knew in that moment that what we were doing was really something beyond us both, that we felt some kind of like call, if you will. I don't even really know exactly what to call it. But something in us knew that, like, perhaps, from my tradition, I would say that God was calling us to friendship so that we can extend the friendship beyond ourselves. And that friendship is so important because, as Banush told me in that moment, that none of us want to be known by the worst person in our group, like in our community. And that we need each other, not only in these times for support and care, but also to show one another that we're more than the bad actors who we all, every group has them, right? And so that got us wondering how we could basically think together about the landscape of interfaith organizing in and around Atlanta, knowing that many have come before us and done a lot of good work, and how do we sort of join up into that work and continue to mutually sort of invite one another to deepen our connections and the social fabrics in our city, really.